says that no hospital in Kogi agreed to take the charred bodies for the care, which might force the authorities to give them a massive burial if no relation came around. In another story, Ogun State Police Command has confirmed that armed bandits intercepted an Abakaliki-bound luxury bus, robbed all passengers on board, and then set it ablaze. The travelers were said to be on the way to the southeast for Easter celebration when the incident happened. Spokesperson of Ogun State Police Command, SP Omolola Odutola, confirmed the incident. She said the incident happened at Oke-Ado Junction at Ijebu-Mushin along the Ijebu-Ode-Ore Benin Expressway, where a luxury Mercedes-Benz bus was burnt down by armed bandits. It was further gathered that the passengers smashed the glass windows and jumped out of the bus before it was completely consumed by fire. Now, the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has unveiled the fees that Nigerians will have to pay to modify their data on the National Identification Number, NIN. Recall that NIMC recently announced that corrections can be made to name, date of birth, and phone numbers incorrectly registered with an NIN on the newly launched mobile application. Before now, Nigerians who wanted to modify their data on NIN have had to go through a difficult process, besieging NIMC's offices nationwide. NIMC, upon launch of the app, did not announce fees for the modification of data until 7 days later, amid complaints from users about technical glitches on the mobile app. NIMC set different fees for the modification of specific self-service options, like the modification of data, such as name, age, date of birth, phone number, and email address on the NIN. You're watching Biscon TV News. Coming up next is business news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to business news. The Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, has disclosed that the state will experience abnormal rainfall in 2024. According to Wahab, a total of 1,936.2 millimeters predicted rainfall has been predicted for the state. He revealed this at a news conference on 2024 seasonal climate predictions and socio-economic implications for Lagos recently. According to Wahab, Ikeja is expected to have an onset date of April 4 and cessation date of December 4, with a high annual amount of 1,900 millimeters rainfall, while Badagry would have a rainfall onset date of April 1 and cessation date of December 5, resulting 1,978 millimeters rainfall for the year. The Commissioner noted that below normal rainfall was anticipated in the first half of the rainy season, while normal to above normal rainfall was expected in the second half of the rainy season. Speaking on the ministry's collaboration with NIMET on seasonal climate prediction, Wahab remarked that the partnership had been valuable as a vital weather and early warning tool for farmers, decision makers, operators of the various sectors, and businesses likely to be impacted by the annual rainfall. He noted that to effectively contain flooding in the state, the government was determined to maintain a partnership with the Ogun-Osun River Basin Authority. You're watching Biscon TV News. Coming up next is foreign news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to foreign news. Maryland Governor Ross Moore brushed off mentions of diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) in relation to the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, denouncing the conservative criticisms as irrelevant. Numerous GOP figures said diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) was somehow responsible for the bridge collapse last week, which was caused by a container ship breaking into a support column, sending the bridge into the Patapsco River and killing 6 people. Moore refused to give the criticism a response. The most widespread DEI remarks came from Utah State Rep. Phil Lehman and Florida congressional candidate Anthony Sabatini. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott sharply denounced the comments as racist and race-baiting, saying that DEI was just a substitute for racial slurs, specifically after he was dubbed a DEI man. We take another short break. When we return, we bring you sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Biscon TV News. Now to the world of sports. Manchester City goal poacher Erling Haaland has said that his team can still win the English Premier League title despite their goalless draw with title contenders Arsenal on Sunday. The encounter, which took place at the Etihad Stadium, saw Manchester City and Arsenal hand Liverpool the advantage in the Premier League title race. Liverpool are now top of the table, 2 points clear of Arsenal and 3 ahead of City, after they came from behind to beat Brighton at Anfield. Haaland took to his Instagram page after the game against Arsenal to confidently claim that City can come from behind to win the title, just like they did last season. The Norwegian international is undoubtedly the best striker in the Premier League and perhaps in the world. He has scored 29 goals with 6 assists in 35 games, which is a phenomenal return. However, against William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, Haaland struggled and had 0 shots on target. It was a poor performance that Roy Keane even compared him to a League Two striker. The draw against Arsenal means Manchester City are still third in the Premier League table and are now 3 points behind league leader Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's side have a better goal difference as well, which makes them the favourites to win the Premier League title this season. You're watching Biscon TV News. Still to come is the entertainment news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to entertainment news. Famous businessman Vanna Chief Priest gets heavily berated for making a comparison between the controversial influencer Barry Darkman and Christ. Recall that the popular activist was released from police detention on Easter Day after being arrested on the 22nd of March 2024. Vanna Chief Priest, who had expressed his solidarity with Barry Darkman, took to his Instagram page to celebrate. The celebrity barman shared a photo of Barry Darkman on his Insta stories and likened his return to that of Christ. According to him, like Christ, Barry Darkman came out on Easter Sunday. And that's the news for now on Biscon Television. Compiled and produced by Olakweju Ajidaba. We leave you with the last line. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." I'm Stella Opara. Thank you for watching and happy Easter.
Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ jáde nínú Holy Cross school ẹ ṣe àdúpẹ́ o.